I say, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. Let's do this. Just like this with my. Put it on this side. But it's waiting. Live. Awesome. I'm sure the first few lives I'm going to be alone, totally alone here. Can you hear me? And that's okay. At least I have one person in the room, and that's my husband. Are you? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? You can't hear me anymore right now? Okay, let me try add the volume. And right now?
Wait.
Can you hear me now?
Wait. It has lag, so I have to wait like at least 10 seconds.
Yeah, it has lag. I can't wait until I see. Clearly you can hear me. You can pick the road. Try from outside. Hi YouTube, I'm trying my best to get us started, and I mean, I know for sure that I will be alone here for some time. Do you wanna Sangasha this a little this way? Hi YouTube, I'm trying my best to get us started, and that's so nice actually. Sure that I will be alone here for some time. Let this a little this way. Welcome for the setup. And just in case you show up here and you are here with me live, say hi and say something on chat. I will post this, so of course. So guys, welcome to my live broadcast. My name is Masi Kialo and I'm so happy to be here finally doing this. I literally have been wanting to do a live video for such a long time, and then I keep saying, oh, tomorrow, another day. So today I was like, you know what, even let me just get comfortable, and that's why I'm in my robe. And let me just revisit some notes that I had taken here on interesting videos that I thought these videos were quite interesting. And I want to have a take on them. So welcome, and I hope you stay, subscribe, and you like this content. And more than that, may this change your mind or somehow try to convince you that you are right, or you belong, something like that. Let it be life changing. So I want to start by, the reason I was really pulled to do this was because I was just watching Tyler Oliveira. I think that's the name. He's an American YouTuber and he goes around many countries. He films so many things. Actually, his last video that I was watching was he had gone to Epstein Island and he had managed to see a few changes in the island. He snuck into the island. So I find him to be very, very courageous and adventurous, and I like that about him. And I've been watching a lot of his content here and there. I won't lie, I'm not like a big 100% fan. I have watched all his videos, but I have watched a few of his videos, to understand, somewhat of, where his mind is at. And so I thought to show you some, and let's just see some of his videos and just, do we agree with what he's saying, and what does this make you feel when you watch? I'm going to put up one video he did very recently. them gonna be small. And yeah, so he was in an American town where apparently a lot of Jews have, are having, just there's like a Jewish community there that hasn't really assimilated into the American culture. A lot of them don't speak English, and it's a very secretive community. I won't say much. I want you to hear.
You work for Hamas? I don't want my kids to play in the house of a certain guy.
This is Curious Joel.
You're a Yiddish.
A village of 44,000 Hasidic Jews in upstate New York that primarily speak Yiddish have an average of 7 kids per family. How many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids? It's one of the
17,
poorest towns
18.
in America, with 40% living beneath the federal poverty line. Many men here are religiously studying the Torah full-time and heavily rely on public assistance and welfare in the form of Medicaid, housing vouchers, food stamps, and cash aid to support their giant families that God commanded them to have. And the village enforces strict gender roles, modest dress codes,
Can you
and
see?
sends their kids to private religious schools. And why is it okay for Jewish people to live together in a homogenous Jew-only community, but it's illegal when white people try to build their own? I pulled up to Curious Joel myself to see what's going
Sorry?
on. Welcome to Curious Joel, a traditional community of modesty and values. In keeping with our traditions and religious customs, we kindly ask that you dress and behave in a modest way while visiting our community. This includes wearing long skirts or pants, covered necklines, sleeves past the elbow, use appropriate language, maintain gender separation in all public areas. Thank you for respecting our values. Let's pop in here and say shalom. Lots of people praying. Hi. Shalom. Okay, so it says entrance for members only. Not sure what it takes to be a member. What does it take to be a member? Do I have to be Jewish to enter? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the schedule exactly, but 9 o'clock sharp, they're not at work. What is this? Okay, so I guess everyone's praying right now. So you gotta wonder what these people do for employment. You'll notice the Mexicans out here are doing
is
the hard
not
labor,
easy.
and the Jewish people, I'm not sure what they do. Maybe we can ask this guy. Excuse me. What do most people do for work out here? You don't know?
Very good.
All right, cold shoulder.
Can you see me?
Question for you, sir. How long do people pray per day?
Maybe hour.
Okay, what do people do for work?
I'm not a news reporter.
Okay, what do you do for work? Okay, you don't want to talk? How many hours a day do they pray?
3 hours a day.
Do people have 9 to 5s?
Yes.
Like, what industries are they involved in here?
Construction, all other type of industries.
And what do you do?
I'm a student, and also I'm doing home care.
What are you studying?
I'm studying Torah.
Torah?
Yes.
How old are you?
Our holy Torah.
And who pays for education?
I try to work on overtime.
Overtime?
Yes.
Where do you work overtime?
I work home care.
Home care?
Night, yes.
Is it like, do you have kids?
I have kids, yes.
How many kids?
So guys, I just we have to work on it. So we are really working on the broadcast, and I'm so sorry if there's ups and downs, but I would want to go back a little so that we were on the same page. Okay, so let me start it all over again. Oh my god, this is not easy. I don't think the people who do this, it's easy, but I mean, oh well, let's try to start again. So I think I'll start from
They're all. I pulled up to Curious Joel myself to see what's going on. Welcome to Curious Joel, a traditional community of modesty and values. In keeping with our traditions and religious customs, we kindly ask that you dress and behave in a modest way while visiting our community. This includes wearing long skirts or pants, covered necklines, sleeves past the elbow, use appropriate language, maintain gender separation in all public areas. Thank you for respecting our values. Let's pop in here and say shalom. Lots of people praying. Hi. Shalom. Okay, so it says entrance for members only. Not sure what it takes to be a member. What does it take to be a member? Do I have to be Jewish to enter? Okay, I'm not sure. I'm not sure the schedule exactly, but 9 o'clock sharp, they're not at work. What is this? Okay,
stay
so I guess
until I do
everyone's
my
praying
other
right now.
transition?
So you gotta wonder what these people do for employment. You'll notice the Mexicans out here are doing the hard labor, and the Jewish people, I'm not sure what they do. Maybe we can ask this guy. Excuse me. What do most people do for work out here? You don't know? All right, cold shoulder. Question for you, sir. How long do people pray per day?
Maybe this hour.
Okay, what do people do for work?
I'm not an Israel report.
Okay, what do you do for work? Okay, you don't want to talk? How many hours a day do they pray?
3 hours a day.
Do people have 9 to 5s?
Yes.
Like, what industries are they involved in here?
Construction or other type of industries.
And what do you do?
I'm a student and also I'm doing home care.
What are you studying?
I'm studying Torah.
Torah?
Yes.
How old are you?
Our holy Torah.
And who pays for education?
I try to work on overtime.
Overtime?
Yes.
Where do you work overtime?
I work home care.
Home care?
Night, yes.
Is it like, do you have kids?
I have kids, yes.
How many kids?
3.
How do you afford to raise 3 kids while being a student?
Because I work very hard. I want to study the Torah. I'm very proud.
How do you afford to study the Torah, though?
God help me.
Does the American taxpayer help you too?
Also, yes.
Yeah. How many people out here are on like welfare in the form of like housing assistance or Section 8 or EBT, SNAP, Medicare?
Yes.
And that allows you to study the Torah?
Yes.
And raise your kids?
Yes, thank
And
you.
how many kids do most people have out here?
17, 18.
How do they afford 17, 18 kids?
They are proud to do what the Torah says, that you need to be multiple and fruitful.
Wow. And do you think there's welfare abuse in the community out here?
No.
No, because they actually have the kids?
Yes.
They have the kids. Do they get tax credits for the kids?
What they get, but they are all doing to keep our Torah, yes.
Keep the Torah.
Yes.
What are your thoughts on people out there who can barely afford to have one kid?
If they want, they can have one. But if God's given them more, it's very proud.
Okay, shout out God.
Yes.
Okay.
One thing, we are very against the state of Israel. It's a very big problem for us.
So you guys don't approve of a state of Israel before the Messiah comes, right?
Yes. Zionism is not Judaism. It's a very other thing.
Question for you, sir. What do you do for work out here? Are you on the phone? Or are you listening to the radio? Okay. Damn, it's tough to get some answers out of folks. What do you do for work?
Nothing.
How do you make money?
My wife.
Your wife? What does she do for work?
What is this? What?
Interview. Good to meet you. For YouTube. So your wife works and you study the Torah?
It's very crazy when guys are just like, yeah, here and there. I mean, who's going to really go like, oh yeah, this is what I do for work, especially in a very close-knit community of people who immigrated to the country. And, Jews have faced a lot of hate. These are Hasidic Jews. And that's why the other guy was trying to explain, hey, there's a big difference between Zionism and Judaism. And of course, a lot of things have come out about, the Zionists and, the state of Israel. I mean, so much has come out, and people want to differentiate themselves. People want to be like, hey, that's not us. We're not the adrenochrome eating children type of people. But then there's such a real difference, and I like the fact that guy had to explain.
Have a good day.
How many kids do you have?
Have a good day.
How many children do you have? Okay, thank you.
It's a little offensive, to be honest, to just go like, oh my God, you guys have 18 kids. I mean, of course, it's human nature to be shocked at the number of kids people have. Like, I mean, I knew they could get to 12, but to 18, that's like a lot. But there's a way Tyler is asking these questions that you could tell he's leading to some assumptions about these people. And also he's not getting the kind of reception that, a human being should, a friendly human being should.
Well, that was fascinating. Excuse me, do you study Torah? Torah?
No.
What do you do for work? Do you have a job? Does your wife work? Are you a student of the Torah?
Yes.
Do you work a job for money?
I?
Yeah.
No.
Does your wife?
Yes.
She does. Does your wife go to work to make money and you study Torah?
Where are you?
Tyler, Good to meet you. I'm just doing a YouTube video about this place. I find it
I
fascinating.
don't have time. I have to move.
But where are you going if you don't work?
I study.
Do you study? And does your wife work? What industry does she work in? Teaching, education,
Teaching.
children? And how do you afford the kids if you don't work?
My wife.
Your wife? Okay, thank you.
I like the way he's just backing up slowly. He's just like, no, wait, this is so crazy. And I like the way he's backing up slowly.
Sounds like a great setup. Damn, I might have to get in on that. Excuse me, what do women work at here? What jobs do women work in here? Is it mostly childcare? Okay, cold shoulder. Do you work a job as well as raise the kids? Do the women raise the kids in?
So if you don't get it, the whole video is him just trying to get to know what these Hasidic Jews do for a living. And, you know, I'm not sure, but according to the US, I guess every child is like $3,000 in welfare. And if you can't take care of yourself and you have 18 children, you automatically have such a huge amount of money coming from welfare to you. And so his point is these Jews don't work and they expect that the American taxpayer will make sure that him and his kids are good. I understand the problem. I mean, it's a problem when people don't work. End of story. But he's trying to allude to like it's a kind of these Jews came to invade America, and I'm just gonna go ahead to like somewhere else so that we can continue seeing the video. Although the video is just basically trying to interview each and every guy he comes across, and everyone is kind of just not giving him the time of day. Let's see this guy.
I have noticed that.
Let's start from there.
Esta ciudad, Jews,
Yes.
solo,
Yes, only the Jews.
and las personas Hispanic trabaja por construcción.
Yeah.
Jews trabaja en construcción aquí o no?
Only the Hispanics.
Hispanics? Okay, thank you, my friend.
Okay, Tyler, come on. This is such an American thing to go like, it's just española and the Jews, they work here. Come on. This guy is talking to you in English. You didn't even get to hear him talk to you back. You just assumed that he was one of the Mexicans who can't speak English, and you continue to speak your really broken English to him, and he's telling you like he can speak English.
Okay, so this is sort of a well-known fact, but it's good to hear from him that the Hispanics are working the construction out here, and the Jews are living here. You work in the medical industry,
Yes.
and you help someone who's elderly or
Well, it's for pediatrics.
pediatrics.
It's a private office for Dr. Wurzberger.
Okay, I've noticed that seemingly only Hispanics are out here working,
Yes.
and I have not seen many of the Jewish people here working.
Yeah.
Do you know what's going on there?
That I don't know, but we do have a few coworkers also that are
Okay.
Jewish. But I have noticed that also.
I'm trying to figure out how you guys afford to have so many kids, though.
I mean,
I see all these Mexican workers, too.
personally,
Yeah.
I'm struggling.
You're struggling? Yeah.
It's not easy. Most of
Okay.
the people I know is
Are most people who have this amount of kids on forms of welfare, like SNAP, Medicaid, housing assistance, that sort of thing?
a lot of people. I'm not,
Yeah.
I can't talk for others, and I don't know.
Do you
A lot of
think?
people have because I mean,
Yeah.
for sure they are eligible for
Like tax credits for the kids, right?
yeah they're eligible more for whatever for low income whatever you want
Yeah.
because you have that many kids
Like Section 8 waivers for stuff like this?
something like
Yeah. So, do most people work jobs out here? Or is it kind of just raising their kids?
As far as I know, yes. I mean, the woman will raise her kids, and most of the men will work.
And the women raise the kids full time?
Most of them. There's someone that will work part-time or
It looks like Tyler doesn't even believe this guy. And honestly, it's so hard and sad to hear someone say, hey, honestly, I'm struggling and I have a lot of kids and most people work a job here and then the women take care of the kids. It's such a tough story, but I don't know. Also, Tyler, there's lack of empathy because he already has a preconceived notion of these guys. I mean, look at the thumbnail. The thumbnail of that video is called How Welfare Addicted Jews Have Invaded Some City. So, I mean, the truth is just truth. when you get to the ground and you ask people, and a lot of people are saying they have jobs. People don't have to tell you their jobs, especially in such a tight knit community. But this guy is being honest. Like, he has a lot of kids, he's struggling, and he's also, he also knows a lot of men who are struggling with their lives and they work. So, but I don't know why it's so hard for Tyler to understand that.
And more, less women.
Yeah.
Quota. It's very hard to work when you have kids.
Right. Could I move here as a non-Hasidic Jew? Would I be able to, though? That's my real question, because I've heard it's practically impossible.
It's not true.
It's not true?
No, nobody can stop you. You're not going to be comfortable.
I get that, but would someone actually rent or sell me a house out here as a non-Hasidic Jew? Unlikely, right?
It's not
Not with that attitude. I wouldn't.
unlikely maybe. I can't.
Okay.
I don't own a house.
Sure.
Rent you to ask you this question.
Yeah.
But the point is that everybody lives wherever they want to.
Sure.
Like the same as I live here. Nobody told me, hey, you have to live here. I live here because I want to live here. Correct?
Yeah, that makes sense.
If a secular guy is going to move in, he's going to be uncomfortable. I don't want my kids should play in the house of a secular guy, because the reason why I want to live here because I want to be religious.
I see.
My kids should be religious.
Sure. That makes sense.
I don't hate them. I don't
Yeah.
hate everybody.
No, that's reasonable.
I will have everybody.
Yeah. Have you heard of the all-white community in the Ozarks?
I know, yeah.
Would you agree with them doing that?
I don't know. I don't want to live there. The point is not this. The
But
point is
you think they should be allowed to do so, though, right?
I don't. I have a lot of opinions.
Do you think they should?
And this is my point, that diversity is one of the most important aspects of any society, because that's the only way that society grows. When you find people from different countries and different regions, and they come with different things, and they introduce new ways of educating children, new philosophies, new cultures. I mean, if America was all white, we should remove all the music, all the beautiful music from the Black community, and let's see what they're left with, the country and the what, which, if you just want to grow without that diversity, you end up lacking so much more. You end up lacking so much more in that culture. And America itself, it started from immigrants. Immigrants from Europe came and they were looking for a better life, and they started to build. And what happened? They made America a melting pot of cultures, and it's an amazing place to go. Actually, for the longest time, America was a land of dreams. I don't know if right now it is, but it was the place to see your dreams come true, because they could accept anyone who has a dream and a vision and ready to work very hard. They were accepted in America, and they could. Someone who from their home country had nothing, when they go to America, the land of opportunities, they get all the opportunities, they work very hard, and they live well. And so I understand that there are these communities where people just want to live secluded, like, hey, we are just Jews, we are just all white, and it's to some people, I mean, to the whole world, it looks like a type of discrimination. But to be honest, the only loser is that group that is deciding to differentiate themselves and to isolate themselves.
So as I told you, you have to sit down.
Oh, man, all right, you're a complicated guy. Could I buy a house there? Would they let me?
Legally, I think you.
Legally, I could, but they wouldn't, right?
It's a good question.
How they would deal with that?
Why is everyone so busy? Back to the video.
No, speak English.
None? As I was going around, my drone captured the most dangerous people in the city. Bad drivers. But real quick, the sponsor of this video pulled out once they learned what the topic was. So if you want to support the channel, get access to these videos early, and watch never before seen content I can't upload on YouTube, go subscribe to my Patreon at patreon.com/Tyler Oliveira for $5 a month. Back to the video.
I have $500. You want? I can give you.
Aye, sir. He said that he gave me $500.
And go check it out.
You can call the police, they'll make a police report.
It doesn't pay.
$500 for that? Come on, man.
Can you give me $2,000?
I don't have
I'm going to give you
$2,000.
change.
I don't have $2,000.
Oh,
For
if
the
it were me, I
policeman.
would just call the police, get the police report, and handle it through his insurance.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
That's some damage right there. $2,000-$3,000 worth is my guess. And just for context, do you live here? You work here? Okay. Wow, look at this, another accident. Oh my God. It just hit. They cannot fucking drive out here. There's a car accident here. They're trying to go outside of insurance. It's a phenomenal style of driving out here that leads to quite a few car accidents, it seems like.
She's concerned that the police might have a really good relationship with the people here.
Oh, valid. They probably do. That's why we're going to hold them accountable with the camera. What happened?
I came down over here, and she was over here, and I was waiting, and
Yeah.
she started to back me up. I was turning, and
Guys, I just love the way he's talking with that cigarette in his mouth. Like, he's just like, I'm not removing the cigarette and I'm not having to explain a lot. Like, yeah, she came down here and I was going this way. I mean, probably every accident.
that's it.
I see, the rest is history.
I need license and registration.
Oh, yeah. He said that he's going to give me $2,000 to send me quick pay.
Finally.
He said he's gonna give her $2,000.
So she gets her $2,000. I mean, it's a normal confrontation on the road. I mean, when you get a slight accident like that, you negotiate with the person. Sometimes, if things escalate, you can call the police, yes, but doesn't mean like it cannot be handled.
Now, what she was originally asking, so we don't, use the resources and all that.
Okay, I got to ask you a question. How many kids do you have?
7.
7? How do you afford to feed 7 kids out here?
I work 24 hours.
24 hours on the bus. Wow, okay. Big families, hard workers.
God bless your trip.
Thank you.
23 degrees, frozen streets. School bus doesn't give up. No one can f***ing drive out here. We got the buses on our ass right now. What is this? What is this? What? Bro, this f***ing driving is insane. Bro, what is this fucking idiot in the school bus? Bro, what?
Okay, I guess the main business there is those black coats, those big hats, and school buses and schools. Because if every family has like 13 to 18 kids, you could only imagine what it looks like. The menace. I'm not gonna continue the whole video because it's just a lot of that. I call maybe schmuck. But let's just watch a little bit
As to
more.
whether or not Curious Joel took out more money from the system than it gave back.
Why do you think that most people have your welfare?
The more kids you have, the more money you'd get if you're in those programs.
It's not because people are defrauding. When you have larger families, you're automatically, you can qualify in a bigger percentage.
100%.
Take out statistic and say, oh, this person has 6 kids. Look how much grants they receive from the government. But if you look at their expenses, then you see it's a different ball game. It just gives you, helps you to survive. It pushes through. How much money Curious Joel community saves for the state and the federal government by the fact that we have private schools. We have big business people that pay taxes and they contribute a lot. We have a lot of charity that's helping out people, and also the fact that we study Torah, which in big part includes you should be honest and stay away from crime. So thank God that the crime rate is very low. So that also saves a lot of money from police enforcement and from jails.
But I noticed you guys have that private security, which is taxpayer funded, right?
But that's paid from our taxes. It's a village.
Assuming you pay taxes, though, right?
Do you think someone here doesn't pay property tax?
Yeah, for sure. Renters.
I'm a renter.
You're a renter.
Yes, and my landlord 1 year increased me the rent because the tax went up. How can he afford it? Because I pay him rent.
Well, yeah, you're arguing the cost is indirectly turned over to you as the renter.
It's directly.
Let's say I had 10 kids and I made between 60 to 90K a year as a household. Then I could get almost $13,000 in cash benefits and pay no state income tax and no federal tax. So I would get $13,000 in cash, which I could then pay to, let's say, a landlord. Let's call it $2,000. That's half the year paid.
Don't get the tax credit per child. You get
You do, though.
tax credit, but once you have 3 or 4 children, you don't get more if you have more children.
That's not true. The tax credit is multiplied by how many children you have, and there's no limit to the children you can have.
It's a formula. And you take an account that someone has 13 kids, and they pay tuition, they pay grocery, they feed their children, and they have...
I'm arguing a lot of the taxpayers are paying for their children in the form of SNAP, EBT, and healthcare in the form of Medicaid.
I got it, and I want to answer you.
Yeah.
Now, you make this budget, figure out how much this costs, and now you say that you call a cash benefit, a tax return of benefit of $13,000. This doesn't cover 10 children. It's just a help to
When you
push.
supplement that with the healthcare is covered via Medicaid, you have SNAP and EBT that helps cover groceries, if not the full amount for the groceries.
I honestly, at this point, I wonder if Tyler has any children. And, not in any discriminating way, I don't have children, but I know that anyone raising 4 children is maxed out. If you're not like a millionaire, billionaire, you're maxed out. You don't have the time. You can't really work. One of you has to work, and education is expensive, especially good education. Healthcare is expensive. Food is expensive, and that's just not this. That's just the basics. You have to give these children a good quality life. You have to give them more than that. You have to develop their talents, and someone with 18 kids for sure needs that kind of help. And Tyler is lucky to have found a guy who's ready to just speak to him, in a very kind and calm way and explain the situation on the ground, as opposed to him having his own notions in his head that people are addicted to welfare. I mean, of course there are people, but to blame a whole community of Hasidic Jews or Jews to be addicted is wrong, because even in the community there are people who are lazy, who don't do job, who don't have work, like we've seen many guys there. And there are those who say, hey, I work a full job. And that bus driver guy said, I work 24 hours to support my family. So I think he's trying to lead his interviewees, and he's clearly compromised.
Have SNAP. The SNAP maybe would give $1,000 a month for a family, but you go in the grocery, you check the prices, you can't afford, you can't feed 10 people plus a father and mother, 12 people from $1,000 a month. So it's just a push, like it's a help. It's not covering.
That's true.
So, and also, me personally, I told you I'm working in the healthcare industry.
Yeah.
I don't have Medicaid. I have insurance by my employer.
Agreed,
If
yeah.
you take all business people, successful business people, just from Kiddus Joel, their taxes covers everything that we take back. There's someone, Kiva Klein, he's a big developer.
I mean, to be honest, a lot of business people are Jews. A lot of successful business people are Jews. Could be true.
I'm sure he pays a lot of taxes. You see over there, Epstone. They're compensating with their tax payments, and then they're compensating with they have charity that they help out a lot of people here. The Jewish people that you claim, they're employing like over 1,000 people. They have a big building in Manhattan. They pay a lot of property tax. They have warehouses in New Jersey, and they're a very fair company. They're honest. And even though they are the job providers.
So you'd say overall, the Hasidic Jewish community is a financial positive,
Contributing to the United States.
He was basically arguing that the minority of extremely wealthy Jewish businessmen that employ a ton of people elsewhere easily compensates for the amount of money residents here took out of the system in various forms of welfare.
How you doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Doing well. It's a little cold.
Yeah, I know. What's going on?
Nothing much?
No?
How can I help you?
I was just calling to talk to you. So people are a little nervous to be recording with the masks and stuff, so...
It's cold. The mask stays on, you know?
I get it. You know what I mean? I just got called here, so I gotta come by.
I guess, I mean, you guys should go to Tyler Oliveira's page and check out his page. I think he has very interesting content. It's very courageous, like you've seen, people have complained about him. It's very courageous to go in a community where people are masking themselves. It's a tight-knit community. No one wants to talk. And obviously, they don't want to receive all the backlash they've been getting from people. And to do that, it's very courageous. But the one thing it showed me is that, look, it's not good to be skewed in your thinking. And if you're going to interview people, you need to be open-minded, Tyler. You need to be open-minded. And when they give you information, you need to listen. And I doubt you are listening to anybody here. Anyway, guys, for the rest of that video, you could go and check out what he's working on. I would love to go to Minnesota.
They contribute nothing.
And
implicated in a COVID.
I think everybody knows what's happening in Minnesota, and they're calling it the Somali invasion. And just as I was doing my research, I realized that, historically, what is now called invasion used to be called settlement. People used to resettle. I have various different examples, like, for example, the Arab expansion into North Africa. North Africa was African and it was black. But right now, when you go to North Africa, everybody is mixed and Arabic. It's an invasion. Was it an invasion? We call it an expansion. There was historically the Germanic tribes entering the Roman Empire. And then there was a European settlement in Americas. Of course, that's the one we talked about earlier. So I mean, when you say invasion, it's like a very politically charged word. But if you reframe it to people are settling somewhere else, because of, people are looking for a better life. People are looking to survive this world. People are looking to provide for their children a good life, a good quality life. And you can go anywhere for that. Jesus himself had to migrate when he was born, so that he could survive. And what if all the countries wherever he was going, they just said, "Hey, no." Actually, where was he going? Was it Jerusalem? It was. Oops, just learning. So was Jesus was relocating from when he was born? I think he was going to Egypt. Yeah, he went to Egypt because Herod was actually trying to kill all babies. And so you can see that reason. If his mother and father, Joseph and Mary, didn't relocate or resettle, what could have happened? We would never have had a story about Jesus. So many people relocate. Human immigration is just the most normal thing. Actually, since the beginning of time, all human beings immigrated from Africa and they went to different locations to look for a better life. So I think it's totally normal. So this next video is still by Tyler Oliveira. Clearly, I've been watching his videos, but I'm specifically very, very interested with this, where he talks about invasion and immigration. And I think he doesn't really understand immigration. And he has a very negative way of approaching these communities, and I don't think it's fair. So I just want you to hear his take on the Minnesota thing. I think we all know what happened, how Somalis have taken over Minnesota. I mean, everybody knows, but still, if there wasn't so much hate in terms of hating people as a community, but singling out any crime happening in that community and singling out individuals committing that crime, we should not be able to just call a whole group of people who've resettled somewhere, who are starting a new life, who are trying their best to do their best. We shouldn't just be calling them, "Hey, you are here, you shouldn't be here, and you're here to take our resources." And I just really feel like that's Tyler's kind of drift right now. Anyway, I'd love us to hear this out.
COVID relief fraud case. I got nothing to do personal.
Okay, let me just.
For sure. Do my due diligence. You know what
100%, sir.
Okay. So what are you recording for?
Just personal stuff.
I got you. It's public.
Oh, so this is a
If you've never been to a community like this, right?
Sure.
You're unknown.
Sure.
It's unusual activity, suspicious for you to have a camera at people's faces wherever they go.
You're going to be upset that they're
Honestly, it's highly, highly unusual for you to just have a camera
right? You guys are going to call
on
us over here.
people's faces and you're new. Anyone would protect themselves. I don't think it was wrong that they did. So I think it was totally normal. So I just want to get to the Somali video that Tyler did, and if any of you have watched this video, let me know what you think about it. Can't seem to find it. It's totally lost. Okay. All right. Since that's gone, I think I can try get. Whew, I want to show you this other video. I mean, he's done so many things, so I can't seem to get this video, by the way. Mm-hmm. All right. So guys, since I can't find this video, I'm gonna have to ask you to go check out that video on Tyler's timeline. But he was basically, talking about the invasion of Somalis in Minnesota. And my take, I just would wish that you have a okay, I can't see it. My windows. Well, there we go. Finally. Oh my lord, that was hard. Okay. This I think. So basically, Tyler went to Canada, and he's talking about an Indian invasion in Canada. I know for a long time, for the last like 10 years, Canada has been having an immigration campaign, basically calling people to Canada, to apply for jobs, to, apply for things. Canada has been actually on the search of people. So I'm very curious to know.
This is Brampton, Ontario. Where are you originally from?
I'm from India.
India. I mean, India. India.
I'm from Punjab.
From Punjab.
In Punjab?
Punjab.
Are you from Punjab?
Yes.
Yeah. The Indians are generally a dirty people, but I think we might have the upper class of the Indians here because they don't seem to be eating poo like they do back in their own country.
They're nice, yeah.
They're good people, actually.
We had one poop on a TTC bus just a couple weeks ago.
Why so many Punjabis here in Brampton?
It's like home.
One of the fastest growing
Okay.
cities in Canada.
So, already, you can hear how much shit is there. I mean, literally, they're talking about shit poop. So I just want you guys
This
to
is
listen
Brampton,
to this.
Ontario. Where are you originally from?
I'm from India.
India. I mean, India. India.
I'm from Punjab.
From Punjab.
In Punjab?
Punjab.
Are you from Punjab?
Yes. Yeah.
The Indians are generally a dirty people, but I think we might have the upper class of the Indians here because they don't seem to be eating poo like they do back in their own country.
Oh my god, that is so offensive. Oh my goodness. Who eats poo, and how wrong is that? I mean, look, even if they do, like, how crazy is that to be like, I think we have the upper class of Indians because they don't seem to be eating poo. This is racism.
They're nice, yeah.
They're good people, actually.
We had one poop on a TTC bus just a couple weeks ago.
Why so many
And you think that poop could not be, that poop was not by someone else, like, someone from Canada. That poop must have been Punjabi. Someone looked at that poop and was like, that looks like Punjabi poop. That looks like Indian cuisine.
Punjabis here in Brampton?
It's like home.
One of the fastest growing cities in Canada, with over half the population foreign born, Indians have rapidly mass migrated here, turning what was once a small farm town into an Indian immigrant headquarters.
You guys everywhere use like these things like everywhere India, right? In store, counter, restaurant, too much.
Too much? Yeah. And is Canada being used by some of these Indians as a migratory stepping stone on their way to sneak into the greatest country on earth?
Oh, wait.
Don't get stabbed like 4 Sikh dudes.
Let's wait. So he says that it's like Canada is a gateway to the greatest country in the world. Which country is this? Like, I don't know. Is it the country where kids are shot at in school every other time? Is it the country that you have to own a gun to be safe and secure? Is it the country that's just full of racism? That you as a black person, first of all, I know that, being in America is not safe for me. Is it that country where people don't have jobs, where your president is a little cuckoo? I mean, is it that's the greatest country in the world where people are actually immigrating from? Okay. Okay.
Dudes patrolling the area. My smuggler's about to bring me across the border tonight or tomorrow.
I hired a human smuggler named Sidhu to see just how easy it is to illegally enter America once you get to Canada on, let's say, a student visa. But what did the native Canadians here think about the rapid Indianification of their town? I gotta say, guys, I love Indian food. We got all sorts of ethnic food out here. We're trying to get everyone's side on
You know, talking about food, America is the one place that shouldn't even complain about diversity because their food is basically not good. So everybody else's culture has such beautiful, good food and vibrant people, happy people, hardworking people. Those Mexicans are very, very hardworking. Even those Punjabis are very hardworking. I mean,
this Indian influx here.
This Indian influx is retarded, and I don't want to be in.
Okay. Have you seen any diploma mills yourself here? Sort of fake colleges out here in Brampton?
I don't know. There seem to be a lot of colleges that I've never I don't recognize the names of.
Okay.
Like there's Anderson College and Algoma College. I don't know what type of colleges they are. It's not Ryerson.
Are people spending their life savings to immigrate here to Canada? A lot of people coming all the way over here? Do you think most of the newcomers that come here have assimilated to Canadian culture?
No.
No.
They want their own culture. That's bad. People who come to a new country should assimilate the values of that country first. So they shouldn't come here. Come for a better life and they come and mess up other people's lives? No. That's disgusting.
Yeah, my brother is here. I'm on visit visa.
Visit visa?
Yeah, I will go after 1 month.
And have you been visiting for 6 months?
Yeah.
6 months?
Yeah, I will go next year. No, next month.
If you had to pick one place to live forever, where would you live? Punjab or Brampton?
Motherland, Punjab.
Is Brampton a friendly place?
Not like...
You know, most people are actually in other people's countries because they have to. They're out there looking for jobs. They're out there looking for a better life for their children. Some people have left their families back at home and they miss them dearly. That's why that guy was like, hey, if I had a choice, I would definitely be in Punjabi.
Like it used to be.
Okay. What happened?
Different cultures come in, they race around like they're in the Indy 500.
A lot of Hellcats out here.
And then the insurance rates go up. They get upset because people hit them in accidents. You know, people are just not as happy as they used to be.
I gotta say, for the most part, what's happened in Brampton is all the good white people have moved out. We got just kind of us poor white trash left over.
And is there a large Indian community here in Brampton?
Oh my God, I love that. He knows he's white trash.
Too much.
Too much? Yeah. What do you mean too much?
You guys everywhere use like we think like everywhere India, right? In store, counter, restaurant.
Not just Indian, it's all culture here.
Why is the area so popular for Indians here?
I don't know. When I came here, I didn't like it that much, but it's cheap.
I'm not 100% certain, but a lot of people say it's because the airport's right there.
Okay. Have you noticed any big demographic changes here in Brampton?
Yes.
What have you seen?
Oh, I can't be specific.
Why not?
Because I'm a city worker.
Oh.
Because you're a lover of humans. You can't just be like, yeah, there's an invasion of Punjabis. These are people you work with.
Okay.
They're okay, but we're in our place. So many like students. They're in a house, and they don't bother me though. But
nice people.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're nice. Yeah.
They're good people, actually. Being a good community, besides, few other things happening.
Let's play a game called How Many White Employees Work in This Tim Hortons?
Why do you need to count white employees? This is racism. These people have come to this country and they spend a lot of money coming into these countries. Actually, I know immigrants use a lot of their money to leave their country and to come into a new country and to start to assimilate. You use your own money from your country before you could get a job. You use your own money to, get licenses and to become a legal immigrant. You use your own money, and it's not easy.
The answer was 0. Do you feel like a stranger in your own country here in Brampton?
Absolutely. I'm just very grateful, though, that they're Indians. The Indians are generally a dirty people, but I think we might have the upper class of the Indians here because they don't seem to be eating poo like they do back in their own country. We had one poop on a TTC bus just a couple weeks ago, but for the most part, they seem to be the cleaner ones.
So are they social with you guys?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I work with them. I have contracts with the buildings. I got a lot of it.
So if you were to walk into one of their stores as a white guy, how would that experience go? What do you...
Well, I have been discriminated where I've been waiting in line at a butcher shop. The person behind me got served.
Yeah, welcome to the life. Welcome to the world. Someone can get served before you. Maybe they leave a bigger tip. Maybe they know them from their country. It's a normal thing.
But for me, because she was ethnic, they just kind of ignored me.
Where are you from? Punjab? Okay, so we're trying to ask why so many people from Punjab come here to Brampton.
Probably because this provides safe environment. We don't feel any racism here.
I'm as racist as the next guy, but I'm just grateful for the Indians as opposed to the Muslims or the...
First of all, I'm just so glad that he said he's racist, because we don't have to judge anymore. You're racist just like the next guy.
Africans. Like I know we got a lot of African immigrants, refugees in our homeless shelter. And I feel bad for the homeless in Brampton because they're out here on the streets living in tents because it's too dangerous to be in our shelters.
So they're afraid to live in the shelters because of the Africans?
Yeah.
But what have the Africans done to make them fearful, in your opinion?
Well, it's their cultures. They're like rape is not against their culture. They just have low intelligence.
Okay.
A moment of silence for that guy, because you are so ignorant. Our communities do not support rape. Africans, there's nowhere in this world where rape is okay. And that's why I think we should separate criminals from the community, from immigrants. Just because you're an immigrant doesn't mean you're a criminal. And just because your culture is different doesn't mean that you're barbaric. I mean, I hate it when people talk shit about Africans because I know we're not those type of people. Yes, there are criminals among us, but I know Africans are very, very, very calm, very kind people.
People are very friendly and they're nice.
So I don't know if you know, if you Google what is the intelligence level of Africa, sub-Saharan Africa, it's under 70.
That's actually a lie. And it's actually one of those biggest propagandas spread during the 80s, 90s, actually from 60s. During that colonization era, they were spreading a lot of propaganda about Africans and our IQ. And you try Google that right now. It is not true. Africa is one of the most diverse continents in the world. That means the most intelligent and the dumbest, the tallest and the shortest, the most diverse. So to just reduce a people to your experience of one person, it's dumb. It's bullshit. You are the low IQ guy.
That's below Down syndrome. I'm like, they should not be. Like, what?
That is so offensive. Like, that Africans' intelligence is below Down syndrome. Like, what I'm saying right now, I'm so dumb. Someone with Down syndrome would probably sound more eloquent and deliver the point.
Why are we bringing people in here where they could never, ever hold a job? Like, these people can't even, like, McDonald's is out of their intelligence range. They couldn't even be a cashier. Bringing them here will have to put them on disability for the rest of their life. So they're not a net asset. They're a liability.
What?
Oh my goodness, that is so dumb. Because I know when you go to a certain country and you find a certain community, first of all, when you're discriminated everywhere, when you walk into the room and people automatically think that you're a thief, you're automatically going to, be a criminal, why would anybody give you a job if the whole community feels that about you? And wouldn't you want to protect yourself? I think this guy is highly ignorant. I don't know who you are, but you need to come to Africa. I hope something brings you to Africa so that you can meet Africans and know, hey, you have a skewed wrong opinion.
To give you a small but easily observable consequence of demographic replacement here in Brampton, just look at how bad and dangerous the driving is out here. How's the driving out here? That's the reaction I get every single time.
The driving?
So bad.
Yeah, so the driving in New York, the driving in here, the driving everywhere. So wherever immigrants are, the driving is horrible. And that's why I think, Tyler, you need to be you need to be a real interviewer, get real information. Don't go there with your biases and your racism and your fascism, whatever it is, or your white supremacism, whatever that is, because it just feels like you don't want to hear any information. You have it all already in your head, and you're just getting the tidbits and making people angry. Honestly, for me, this is rage bait.
The driving,
It's crazy.
Pronto, his driver is crazy.
Like crap.
Terrible.
Terrible. Terrible.
Italy, driving is crazy. France, driving is crazy. Nairobi, driving is crazy. Everywhere in the world, driving is crazy. When they saying Asians don't know how to drive, who does then? The whites?
Everyone laughs.
Very, very bad.
It's awful.
A little bit. There it is. There it is. How good are the drivers out here?
I mean,
You can't make this up. As a new driver on the road, I would be scared to death.
Both my sons got hit yesterday, rear-ended by Brampton drivers.
No, nobody has patience for other people.
Okay.
People don't follow the rules. They just drive anyhow they feel like to drive.
You have to have your wits about you.
Look, I just don't want to hear more about this. I don't know how far he can go. Let me just go to the very end of the video because I can't take it.
How long do I wait? Night. Just relax here? Yeah. How many people are here? Yeah, these 2, 3 people. Yeah. Hi. I'm safe here? Yeah. And I'm good to go to sleep? Yeah. Okay. Can I get food or no? You can go to pizza. Okay. I can go walk there? Yeah, well, 50 meters. Okay. 50 meters. Okay, good. Thank you. I'll be back quick. I'll eat quick.
So you guys will go and watch the video. So he's basically trying to show how easy it is to illegally get into America, or rather how easy it is to get a visa into America through Canada. And of course, these are things that are known. But like I'm telling you, it's not just criminals who immigrate. Immigration is the lot. It's been there since time immemorial. Actually, it's human-like to resettle. More humans resettle than the ones who actually stay. And so he's trying to show us.
After legitimizing there was, in fact, a human smuggling operation advertised on social media and orchestrated via WhatsApp, I fled the safe house and wondered, why does the government allow this to happen so brazenly right under their nose?
What can I say? I think, Tyler, what you don't know is that governments depend...
I gathered a 1-year-old who will race every age.
Shut up, Mr. Beast. What, Tyler, you don't know is that immigration is what supports governments. Immigration is what supports countries. A country cannot survive without immigration. One, because look, let's give an example of Europe. Most of their population is old, and very soon they're not going to be in the working force. They have very few young people, and so they need more people in the working force, and not just doing the office jobs. We need people across industries, across all manner of jobs. And most inhabitants of a country, they don't like to do the dirty work. They don't. That's just how systems have become, such that if people immigrated to Kenya, most of the times you are trying to come to get work in Kenya, you'll start at a lower place. You might be a house help, you might be a construction worker, or blah, blah, blah. Jobs that Kenyans don't want to do. And that's how governments continue to survive. And that's why immigration will never stop. It started a long time ago when everybody left Africa to go and find a good life. And it went on to the Silk Road that connected China to Africa to Europe through trade. It's been the one thing that human beings do. And I think, Tyler, you don't understand. There's a difference between immigration and poverty. And I think poverty is the problem. Poor people is a problem. having people who cannot support their families, who cannot support their life. That's the problem. A lot of immigrants are hardworking people who love their children, who love their families, who feel extremely sad when they leave their home countries where they are known by their first name or second name, where they are known for who they are, to go to a new land where you are nobody, you have no identity, you don't have society, so that you can work, so that you can give back. I'm not saying that they're not bad people in the bunch. There are, of course there are. There are bad people everywhere. Have you seen the Epstein file? I mean, the Epstein files should show us that bad people are everywhere. They could be white, they could be black, they could be whatever, but bad people are everywhere. And so, right after the death of Charlie Kirk, I actually was so sad. And I was just like wondering, because it looked like a political operation. I was just wondering, I mean, why did they kill him? Who killed him and why? And then, just like I believe these days, everything you think about, your phone can kind of know what you're thinking about and suggest videos around that. And so I got a suggestion of a video that I think is worth us watching. And I don't know, you guys, let me know if this explains something, Of course, it cannot explain everything, but just let me know if this video explains something. And it's also a video from 1947, and it was made by the U.S. Army, and they were educating people about fascism and racism. And I thought it was a very educational video. So the whole video is 22 minutes. It's called Don't Be a Sucker. I think you should go and watch it on YouTube, and the full clip. I'm just going to play a small clip, and then at least we can talk about it. And yeah, at least we should talk about it. Let's listen.
Without Freemasons, you know.
Let me start it over.
I happen to know the facts. Now, friends, I'm just an average American. But I'm an American. And some of the things I see in this country of ours make my blood boil. I see people with foreign money. I see Negroes holding jobs that belong to me and you. Now, I ask you, if we allow this thing to go on, what's going to become of us real Americans?
I've heard this kind of talk before, but I never expected to hear it in America.
This fellow seems to know what he's talking about. What are we real Americans going to do about it? You'll find it right here in this little pamphlet. The truth about Negroes and foreigners. The truth about the Catholic Church.
Do you believe in that kind of talk?
That all makes pretty good sense to me. And I tell you, friends, we'll never be able to call this country our own until it's a country without. Without what? Yeah, without what? Without Negroes. Without alien foreigners. Without Catholics. Without Freemasons. You know these people.
What's wrong with the Masons? I'm a Mason. Hey, that fellow's talking about me.
And that makes a difference, doesn't it?
These are your enemies. These are the people who are trying to take over our country. Now you know them. You know what they stand for. And it's up to you and me to fight them. Fight them and destroy them before they destroy us. Thank you.
Before he said Masons, you were ready to agree with him.
Well, yes, but he was talking about... What about those other people?
But in this country, we have no other people. We are American people.
What about you? You aren't American, are you?
I was born in Hungary, but now I am an American citizen. And I have seen what this kind of talk can do. I saw it in Berlin.
What were you doing there?
I was a professor at the university. I heard the same words we have heard today. But I was a fool then. I thought Nazis were crazy people, stupid fanatics. But unfortunately, it was not so.
Guys, that was it. And whew.
I'm sorry, but I don't want to be an emperor. That's not my business.
I don't want to rule or conquer anyone. I should like to help everyone if possible. Jew, Gentile, black man, white. We all want to help one another. Human beings are like that. We want to live by each other's happiness, not by each other's misery. We don't want to hate and despise one another. In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich and can provide for everyone. The way of life can be free and beautiful, but we have lost the way. Greed has poisoned men's souls, has barricaded the world with hate, has goose-stepped us into misery and bloodshed. We have developed speed, but we have shut ourselves in. Machinery that gives abundance has left us in want. Our knowledge has made us cynical, our cleverness hard.
It's all the way out to a 100-year-old, and they're going to compete for $250,000.
More than cleverness.
Ready? Go!
Without these qualities, life will be blind.
The first 5 of you from each decade to cross the finish line. Who wants to the next challenge?
The very nature of these inventions cries out the universal brotherhood, the unity of the soul. Even now, my voice is reaching millions throughout the world. Millions of despairing men, women, and little children, victims of a system that makes men torture and imprison innocent people. To those who can hear me, I say, do not despair. The misery that is now upon us is but the passing of greed, the bitterness of men who fear the way of human progress. The hate of men will pass, and dictators die, and the power they took from the people will return to the people. And so long as men die, liberty will never perish. Soldiers, don't give yourselves to brutes, men who despise you, enslave you, who regiment your lives, tell you what to do, what to think, and what to feel, who drill you, diet you, treat you like cattle, use you as cannon fodder. Don't give yourselves to these unnatural men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. You have the love of humanity in your hearts. You don't hate, only the unloved hate, the unloved and the unnatural. Soldiers, don't fight for slavery, fight for liberty. In the 17th chapter of St. Luke it is written, the kingdom of God is within man, not one man nor a group of men, but in all men, in you. You, the people, have the power to create machines, the power to create happiness. You, the people, have the power to make this life free and beautiful, to make this life a wonderful adventure. Then in the name of democracy, let us use that power. Let us all unite. Let us fight for a new world, a decent world, that will give men a chance to work, that will give youth a future and old age a security. By the promise of these things, brutes have risen to power, but they lie. They do not fulfill that promise. They never will. Dictators free themselves, but they enslave the people. Now let us fight to fulfill that promise. Let us fight to free the world, to do away with national barriers, to do away with greed, with hate and intolerance. Let us fight for a world of reason, a world where science and progress will lead to all men's happiness. Soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us all unite!
Wow, soldiers, in the name of democracy, let us unite. And, like he was saying, let's not be ruled by machine men who have no heart and they hate humanity. The kingdom of God is in every person, not in one man, not in a group. It's in everyone. And so when you know that you will love the next person, no matter their color, no matter their origin, whether they're from Punjab, and Punjab people eat feces. I mean, this is the first time I heard that. You will love that person for who they are. You will look into their eyes and you know they're coming out from their country, wherever they came. It's the biggest sacrifice to leave home. You will see their sacrifice. Tyler, when you're interviewing these immigrants, I want you to see the sacrifice in their faces. I want you to know that they're in a different foreign land. They don't know the language, they don't know the people, they don't know the culture. They are trying their best to get a good life. Tyler, if you're a Christian, I want you to remember that Jesus had to go to Egypt so that his life could be saved. If on the road they were met by someone who said, hey, stop, we're not taking any more people from Israel. No, we would never have our Jesus. And I want you to see Jesus in every person walking the streets of a foreign land. Know that they're coming from their countries and they're coming with the best of wills. Let's separate criminals from immigrants. It's not the same word. They don't mean the same thing. Criminals can be in our own communities, in our own indigenous communities where they come from. They can be from us. They don't have to be an immigrant. You don't have to. Actually, strangers are usually the best people. And that's why in those videos you're seeing, most people are saying, hey, I don't mind them. I actually love them. They're good people. And like we've had in the video, don't be a sucker. Tyler, don't be a sucker. Nationalism is fake. Loving people just because they are white or they are American is fake. In the video, he started by saying, hey, I'm an American, and not just an American. I'm an American. And then he goes on to say, hey, these people, the blacks, the Hispanics, the Catholics, they're here to take our jobs. And the groups, you can see the group people are actually accepting. They're like, yeah, true. He must know the truth. But not until he starts to mention people, the Freemasons. And the Mason says, hey, what's wrong with Masons? I'm a Mason. And he says, look, it was okay when he was talking about other people. But when he starts to talk about me, then there's a problem. We need to stop seeing other people. We are the other people. Tyler, as you travel across the country, across countries, across continents, you are other people. If we were to hate white people and the next white person we see, we kill them in the streets, what would that do? It could be you. It could actually end up being you or your brother or your sister. And that's why we need to embrace humanity as a whole. We need to forget about these artificial borders that were created a very long time ago. We are going to a new world. I know many people don't want to hear about universal basic income, but it is a solution. It is a solution to mass immigration. If everybody in the world had $1,000 every month, that'll make sure the crime rates will go down, because crime happens a lot because not people are psychopathic, but because people are desperate and they have to do desperate things to be able to survive. And that includes being a criminal. You have to be human, Tyler. As you continue, you have a very big platform. I don't even know if this video will ever reach you. You have a very big platform and you need to spread humanity and love. And like I told you, this Don't Be a Sucker video from 1947 appeared when I was asking, hey, why did they kill Charlie Kirk? He was a good guy. He loved God. He spoke well about Jesus, about Christianity. He was for good. But he was a nationalist. He had it in his head that, hey, they are Americans. And he was a flawed human being, just like all of us. I think he was a great guy. I would have loved to know him. But the thinking that there are people who deserve more because of being in that country, because of being nationalists of that country, is a skewed way of thinking. Let's look at people as individuals. The power is in the individual. Someone has the power to go out there and work their butt off, change their life. That's what we need to see. That's what we need to look at in every single person. Even criminals. Go like, hey, you stole. Those guys who robbed London the other day, they stole. It's not all immigrants. Actually, they were fully covered. You couldn't really tell if they were Pakistani, Americans, Africans. You can't tell. Those are just people. And they need to be treated like criminals, not like, oh, now London is unbearable because of all the immigrants. Oh, France is unrecognizable because of all the immigrants. I won't put it in this video, but I will show you a video on my next video about Kenya in 1944. How Nairobi looked, it was crazy. It was full of white people. There were only white people in restaurants. That was the real invasion. Colonization was the real invasion. When people come and take your land, they rape your wives and your daughters and sisters, they commit crimes against humanity, that is an invasion. When you suppress people because you have better machinery, war machinery, that is the invasion. Punjabis in Canada, that is not an invasion. That is a settlement. And immigration is legal. I just want you to think about Jesus. Every time you look at an immigrant, think about him. He had to be born in Egypt, a place that was not his original homeland. That birth had to happen. And so for everybody getting out of their countries, I know you are facing the toughest decisions of your life. The fact that you cannot have a good life in your own home country is tough. And the courage you take to go out there and to find work and to be amongst people who don't speak your language, who don't have the same values as you, that's courage, and it's admirable. And you should not be treated less of a human. Guys, I will end the broadcast there. This was our first live. I know it had a lot of hitches, but I would love to do this every now and then, every day if I can. And if you think this was a nice topic and you'd want me to discuss, to say more, actually I have more on this topic and I'd love to say more. And so please subscribe or join the team, like this video. And in the comment section, tell me what you think about this video and what are your thoughts on Tyler's tour. It was such a pleasure. Thank you so much. And it's 10 in Nairobi. It's 11:15 Nairobi, and